Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I qualified for the 250K tournament in the fourth qualifier, the one that happened 2 days ago on Saturday. I streamed the whole thing on my YouTube channel. I'm sorry, not on my Twitch, obviously not on my YouTube. So if y'all haven't followed my Twitch, make sure y'all go drop a follow over there. I stream almost every single day. Scrams, unlimited, competitive tournaments, all that different stuff is streamed over on my YouTube channel. So if y'all want to come say what's up, watch the comp stuff, any of those things, I'd really appreciate it. I am going to be streaming my 250K tournament games as well over on my Twitch channel. So if y'all want to watch that, also go drop a follow over there. But before we hop into this video and talk about how I qualified, if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 4,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, let's not waste your time. Let's hop right into it. I want to show y'all this screenshot real quickly, just so y'all know. If y'all saw my Twitter, obviously you know I'm not trolling or anything, but as y'all can see, free JC2K, I finished second, 25-16 points, which I think is the third highest amount of points scored period on the Xbox side in the four qualifiers combined, which is pretty darn good. Definitely going to be a high C, which is nice. Y'all can see there were a lot of other really good players in the top 10 as well. Get to one with my buddy, so he's one of the better players on Xbox. Same thing with Like a Book Kid, it's Peja. He's another really good player. If y'all are in the comps and y'all know who these guys are, two-way Roko is obviously Ty. I assume the vast majority of y'all know Ty, the reigning 250K champion. Swaggy P Holmes, one of the best players on Xbox. Same thing with Lou and Austin, another two really good Xbox players. And yeah, I mean, qualifiers were stacked. You play against a lot of good players and you're competing against a lot of good players to try to qualify, and luckily I was able to get the job done this time, which is super exciting. Obviously I'm super thrilled about it, and I can show y'all the team that I played with in quals as well, just so y'all get a picture of how I built my squad. And I did make a video on my team, and I did actually wind up making one small change partway through qualifiers based on the way that my qualifiers were going, but this is the team that I wound up running, generally speaking, for qualifiers. I did also have that super souped Zach Levine. If y'all watched that quals video on my lineup, I wound up not really using him much though, because he just doesn't play enough defense for me personally, so I decided to play Reggie instead, who's the better defender, and also I think has slightly better dribble six potentially, and I just liked the way that he was playing for me better, so I wound up plugging him in instead. And I did sell that Zach Levine yesterday after qualifiers and get a good amount for him, which was nice. But this is the squad that I did wind up running. I would definitely say Kobe was my MVP. He is an absolute beast. This card is so dang good. I highly recommend y'all go pick him up if you have the MT and the funds to get him. Obviously mine is extra soup with badges like Half and Quick First Step and Interceptor and Rim Protector and things like that, but even without them, best shooting guard in the game, my personal opinion, an absolute beast, and maybe the best card in the game, period. Also, Thurl was huge for me, AD was huge for me, Lonzo was playing elite defense, KD knocked down every open shot. I mean, my team just hooped. They played really, really good. Did not wind up playing Yao much, kind of like I said I wasn't going to in the video. I wound up mainly playing Jaren Jackson Jr. at the backup center, but one thing I will say that is, I think, an important tip for next year's qualifiers is it's only 4-minute quarters. So if they keep the system the same next year, you're only playing in 4-minute quarters. So you can really run your starters who are typically going to be your best players. And this is definitely my best five, the most comfortable five that I have right now. I ran them for about 3 quarters out of the 4 quarters in the game. Played them basically the whole first half. And then I would play my bench for most of the first third quarter and then sub in my starters right at the end of the third quarter and play them the whole fourth. And I thought that my starters really did the bulk of the job. Off the bench, they definitely contributed and played well as well. But the starters are really the ones that carried me. Additionally, in qualifiers, one thing I will say is that you play a lot of bumps. So one huge key, I think, for next year if you're trying to qualify is to make sure that you maximize the amount of points that you get against bumps. You have to be locked in at all times, focused, never let up. You just have to be completely focused and play your best basically at all times in qualifiers, because if you don't, you're going to struggle. You have to win games by 30, 40, 50, 60 points even. In 4-minute quarters, that's tough to do. So you have to be locked in on both ends of the ball, making sure you're still getting quality looks, playing elite defense, all those things to win games by as much as possible, because yeah, it's definitely not easy to qualify. You have to get lucky, and you also have to play really, really well, and luckily both of those things did happen for me yesterday. Also, I only played one good dude is one thing I will mention. I have in the past played a lot of sweats, but the only guy I played who I think was actually a pretty solid player was this Wise fella guy. I've never played him before, but he definitely was super solid. Everybody else for pretty much was just guys that I beat by 20, 30, 40 points, or they quit early in the game. Even won a couple games by 50, and being able to win games by that much against these guys guys was really huge for me to get a ton of games in and get my score as high as possible, because I mean, I played this Camp W Slime guy was the last guy I played. I wound up beating him by like 46 points, which was a really nice boost at the end of the qualifier that really secured my spot. But I wound up playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 games in 4 hours in qualifiers. So we're getting a lot of quits, winning by a lot of points as well, and just getting through games quickly, getting as many points as possible. And that is really the key in qualifiers, is to play your best and hope the luck is on your side. I got a lot of easy matchups, and that was huge as well. When you get easy matchups, that's one of the biggest keys to being able to qualify, because if I had wound up matching a ton of sweats, other guys who were trying to really qualify and had a good chance, if I matched 2 or 3 of those guys, and even if I win, which I hope I would have won those games, but it still would have become a lot tougher to qualify, because those are games you only win by 2, 4, 6, 8 points, and that's not going to get you very many points at the end of the day in the tournament, and it's not going to boost your seeding very much, so it's going to make it very, very hard for you to qualify and get as many points as possible. So that's the biggest thing I think in quals, is that you have to play your best, and honestly, you have to get a little bit lucky, and luckily I was able to get lucky. That being said, in the actual 250K tournament, we're going to be going up against a lot of sweats. I mean, for those of y'all who follow the comp scene, like I said, most of these guys are really recognizable game names. Thomas has been around the 2K community for a long time. He's a really solid player. Gressy qualified on both 250K current and next gen on Xbox. Definitely another really good guy. Obviously, Ty is the defending champion. He's the favorite. He's the guy we're going to have to beat if we're going to be able to win the 250K tournament, which obviously I'm going to give it my best shot and see what we can do. Fade2Just is one of my really best friends in the 2K community. Really good dude, and also obviously elite at the game, so he's going to be tough as well. Cash Money J, y'all probably know Carlo, some of y'all, the guys who are in tune with the 2K Twitch scene, and Carlo's a lot better than people realize. A lot of people talk down on Carlo, don't think he's super tough, but he's gotten a lot better this year and really is a super solid player who could be a test. Losing weight is Newman, another really solid comp player. Same thing with Air Irving. Drex is a guy who hasn't really played many tournaments, but I've played him a couple times in Unlimited this year, and they're close games. Really another really solid player who could definitely be a test. And then we have Hims, who I think a lot of y'all probably know as well. Another one of my really good friends in the community, and he's another super elite Xbox player. And then you have Omen Answer PR and Creep Pyramid, so I will admit, haven't played a ton this year. I don't think I've played Omen Answer PR at all. Creep Pyramids I've only played a couple times. I did wind up beating him by like 25 points the first 2 times we played, but the last time we played was definitely a much closer game, so he's going to be another solid player. And there's not really any like free wins, is kind of what I'm trying to say. A couple of these guys I haven't played or haven't played much this year, so I don't have quite as much experience with playing them, but a lot of these guys I have played and played a lot of close games with, and it's going to be a tough test for sure, but we're going to do the best we can. We're obviously going to try to have the best team possible for 250, and I will keep y'all updated on what my team is looking like as we go into 250, what type of team I'm running, how the extra hoffs that I get on cards, my strategy, all these things I will be letting y'all know in a future video or two before the 250K tournament actually starts. But I'm super excited to have the opportunity to qualify, or to have had the opportunity to qualify, and to have been able to achieve it in the last qualifier. And I'm obviously incredibly excited to have an opportunity to compete in the 250K tournament. So like I said, if y'all want to watch the tournament, make sure y'all pull up to my Twitch stream on March the 5th, which is when the 250K tournament will be. I will be streaming all of my games, hopefully trying to make a deep run and see what we can do. And I will also likely upload whatever games I play on my YouTube channel as well, and post commentary those, just so y'all have an opportunity to watch those games if you don't get to watch them during the actual tournament. But I'm super excited again to have the opportunity to compete. Really looking forward to it, and really do appreciate all of y'all's support on the Twitch channel, on the YouTube, all those things, because that's really giving me the motivation to continue to pursue this and chase this dream. And I'm very excited again to have the opportunity to do this and compete and have an opportunity to win a lot of money and get my name more out there and all those things. And that's really huge and really cool opportunity. So that is going to do it for this video. Just wanted to give y'all a quick recap on how I qualified, the fact that I did qualify, that I'm going to be playing soon, all those things, give y'all a couple tips as well. So hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.